Hey folks, Paulie Mascari here. It's been a little bit since I haven't come online, but hey, I'm back. And I'm going to be talking about the disaster we have in the White House. Don't go away. If you do, I'm going to come after you and give you a clothesline and give you a 1, 2, 3 count on the mat of political opinion. Don't go away. Hey! It seems like every day that goes on in this country, we get a little bit more of a glimpse of the Pino or the Pino, if you say it in Spanish. Yeah, we're talking about the man in the White House that sometimes says he can't even remember where he's waking up at. The White House, president in name only. Yeah, Joseph Biden. I call him Joey, try to make him look like an innocent guy. But far from that, he's not innocent. He's been doing this crap we call politics for over 45 years, folks. And I bet there's a lot of you out there that wish Trump was back in the White House. Inflation has gone up. Prices has gone up. A lot of people don't want to go back to work, and there's plenty of jobs out there now. There's no excuse. You can't blame Trump. You can't blame him. But we got a guy out there who just goes along with everything. And his sidekick, Laughing Harris, over 50 days, she still hasn't talked about her role as the person in charge of the border. Yeah, I think it's been like 54, 55 days. She hasn't visited the border, and she hasn't talked about it. All she says is, well, I'm kind of talking to the people from the other countries. Can you imagine if it would have been Pence or Trump pushing the same bull hockey to these two? I don't know what to call them because I'm trying to keep it clean, It's just, and people are giving them a pass in the media. This guy cannot stop being a plagiarist. Look that word up, plagiarism. For those that do not know anything, you don't have to go get a book, the dictionary. You can go type in the word plagiarism. In 1988, President Reagan, and for those who do not know who President Reagan is, check it out in one of your favorite browsers. Man, because I talk to a lot of young Democrat, liberal-minded individuals. They don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And they're educated, but apparently they don't learn anything, or they are not a 360 type person. You can be educated, like I said in the past, an educated dummy, educated idiot, and not stay abreast of what's going on around you. Politics affects all of us, folks. And these pencil neck geeks, these swampers, and I don't want to offend swamp folks like from Louisiana. They work for a living hunting alligators. But these swampies in the Beltway, they want to make you think that they're doing something for you. And they don't want to, and I'm talking about the young folks that won't look at information. In management, when we look at people, we look at the whole person, what they do, not just their position, what are the environment, how they're contributing to the well-being of the customers and the workers, their employees, and those they supervise, and how they fit in. The whole person, the 360 approach when you come to manage and evaluate people. Some of these people that go to college, they don't know what's going on in the world. But anyway, let's go back to Reagan. Reagan, in 1988, gave the commencement speech for the United States Coast Guard. And he said something, and people got a good chuckle out of it. And the man was very articulate. The man can speak. He was a governor of California. That's right, folks. They want to say he was a cowboy and an actor. Yes, he was an actor. But he was also an executive. He was the governor of California at one time. The man just didn't step off the screen and went and became the president of the United States. I had experience as a governor of one of the most important states of the United States, California. Now it's just a piece of crap state. You don't believe me? Go out there, move out there. If you got relatives, talk to them, because there's a lot of them moving out of that state, going to states like Texas, and a lot of people that just want to leave the high taxes and overregulation and the high cost of living. But let's talk about Reagan. I keep going off on a tangent. I apologize. So anyway, Reagan is talking to these guys in the graduates of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. And he got the point across, and I want you to watch it. And then we're going to compare it to good old Joey. So let's go ahead and watch that clip real quick.
His alma mater wrote inside the cover of his yearbook, "All things must pass," though I almost didn't. Now, I don't imagine that any of you wrote anything like that inside of your copy of Tide Rips. You know, as president, I have a military aide from each of the 5 services. My Coast Guard aides have been excellent. One of them taught me that, and I quote, "The Coast Guard is that hard nucleus about which the Navy forms in time of war." But there's one thing I haven't been able to get a straight answer on. What I want to know is, how's the awning? Well, I hope that means it's all right.
So that's Reagan talking in 1988. And it seems that Biden can't be original. Either his folks are stupid in thinking that people don't research, or were not alive when Reagan was around. But President Joe Biden wants to use the same words. And then on top of using, or try, when I say try to use the same words, because he doesn't even say it correctly, I want you to watch this video. Here we go.
That you will enjoy educating your family about how the Coast Guard is, quote, "the hard nucleus around the Navy forms in times of war." You're a really dull class.
So there you got President Reagan and the Pino, Joey Biden. The man can't even plagiarize correctly. Biden said, "I can only assume that you will enjoy educating your family about how the Coast Guard is, quote, the hard nucleus around the Navy forms in time of war." What is he trying to say? Apparently he wasn't reading it off the teleprompter, and if he wasn't reading it correctly, or if it was put on the teleprompter that way, then they did something really stupid, whoever his handlers are. He says, and I'm going to say it again, the hard nucleus, the Coast Guard, the hard nucleus around the Navy forms in time of war. The correct way, the one said in 1988 by Reagan, and I'm going to quote Reagan, he said, the Coast Guard is that hard nucleus about which the Navy forms in time of war. In other words, for you folks that don't know, the Coast Guard is not part of the Department of Defense, but under special conditions, especially during war, it can revert under the control of the Navy. It becomes part of the Navy. And it's a nucleus about which the Navy forms in time of war. And a lot of people in 1988 got a good chuckle out of it. They appreciate the president. And that's President Reagan. But Biden says the hard nucleus around the Navy forms in time of war. The Coast Guard, the hard nucleus around the Navy. Around the Navy? The nucleus is in the middle. It's not around the Navy. The grammar is totally off. The man can't say anything. And then on top of that, he insults the cadets. Not the cadets, the graduates. The newly commissioned officers of the Coast Guard graduating from the Coast Guard Academy. Come on, man. Just like he likes to say. This dude is just a freaking disaster. And he goes to Detroit to push the Green Deal. Folks, I believe in alternative energy, but we don't have the technology, complete technology yet to replace fossil fuels. Windmills, solar panels cannot replace fossil fuels right now. Not 100%. And these greenies and these crazy liberal, communist, socialist dummies, yeah, you are dummies if you're one of those, don't want to develop and build nuclear power, which is very, very green. But, hey, what can I say? They ain't got that much up there. That 3 pounds of brains they got up there is just probably mush. But he goes up, Biden goes up to Detroit to drive the truck that Ford's building, the F-150, an electric truck. And I want you to look at the video. There's something funny going on. Go ahead and look at the video, and then we'll go ahead and discuss it.
Come off at 80 miles an hour. You'll see what it is, okay? You ready?
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive
No,
away?
you
since it's so
can't.
important?
Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it. I'm only teasing. Okay, here we go. You ready?
The president drives up, I think he drives up, but there's another guy in the car, in the truck, I mean. And then just before he takes off, one of the reporters want to ask him about what's going on. You know, can she ask a question about what's about the Middle East situation right now between Israel and Hamas? And he tells her no. And the only way he'll do it is that if she stands in front of the car while he's stepping on it. Folks, I know he said he was teasing, but can you imagine if it would have been a Republican or conservative or Trump? Nancy Pelosi would have been 1 second after he said that, drawing up articles of impeachment. And then these so-called reporters, the press, they're like laughing it off. The freaking lapdogs. I don't know. These people, instead of being hardcore reporters pressing on him, but he goes in and says, yeah, I'll answer your question if you step in front of the car while I'm stepping on it. Joey, it's not a car, it's a truck. But I want you to look at this other clip and we'll go ahead and discuss it.
I'm only teasing. Okay, here we go. You ready?
See it, sir.
You ready?
And you see that other still shot I gave you? the second person in the vehicle, the passenger side, there's a steering wheel on the right-hand side. Why do they have a second steering wheel on the passenger side? Who is this person? I challenge the press, reporters, to find out who the heck was that guy sitting next to him. Was it an official from Ford? Was it a Secret Service agent? Who knows? But why is there a second steering wheel in that vehicle? They don't trust Joey? Is that really it? Who's in charge here? So we have a disaster of a president. If this, I'm just calling attention to some things. If this is what we have in the White House, and you're seeing the disaster that started from the 6th of January, the day he was sworn in, till now, policies have been wiped out to control the southern border. Last year in April, they had 17,000 detentions or people coming through or trying to come through the southern border. This year, 174,000. You don't have to believe me, folks. Go online. Okay, the truth will set you free. I know a great man said that. Good old fantastic Jesus Christ said, the truth will set you free. The truth, if you search for it and you really want to know. And this guy plagiarizes. You can't stop it. I guess it's in his blood. We still don't know anything about Hunter Biden in the laptop. The FBI had the damn laptop over a year before the election started last November. And now, good old Biden is helping the Russians. Yeah, the Russians, the ones that the Democrats always said was in collusion with Donald Trump. By lifting the sanctions on the Nord Stream pipeline, which is going to connect Russia with Germany to sell them gas and natural gas. Yeah, this is the people that for years claimed that Trump was colluding with Putin. Sounds like a dessert, Putin, right? Oh, as we say in Spanish, Putin. You know, every day is just proving how of a disaster this presidency is in this new administration. Gas has gone up. I went to the grocery store the other day. A can of tomato sauce a couple of months ago was 10 cents less. It went up 10 cents. You don't believe me? Look at the price of gold now, an ounce. The price of silver. It's crazy, folks. I can go on and on and on and on, but this is for now what I wanted to come out with. Plagiarism. The man can't seem to talk straight. We have a vice president who just blah, blah, blah and doesn't do anything. I think she's just waiting for Biden to resign or be replaced due to incompetent cognitive problems. I think she's just waiting, but, you know, we ain't going to get that much out of her either. All right, folks, that's enough of my jumping off the top rope, giving some body slams, some atomic drops. Comment if you like or not. Hey, you know, I'm a big boy, I can take it. Subscribe, hit the bell to get new notifications. Hey, pass it on to your friends, you know, because if you don't, I'm going to come after you. and I'm going to give you a body slam. And then I'm going to laugh like Harris. Hasta la vista, baby. Yeah.